What's up guys, my name is Dragon and welcome back to the Gaming Planet. Today I have a bit of a different video. This video is going to be Minecraft 1.16, but it's going to be generating slightly imperfect spheres. And this is just sort of like a thank you video. For some reason, the 1.13 circle generator video that I did over like a year ago or something just reached over like 10,000 views or something on it, something along those lines, which is absolutely insane. I didn't expect anything like that to happen for a long time, but as a thank you, I thought, why not challenge myself and try and make spheres? Albeit these are slightly imperfect, but if you have a decent sized sphere, it shouldn't be too hard to fix. You'll be able to see how they're supposed to be on each side, and be able to fix it as it goes, and whatever, stuff like that. So before we actually get into the generation of spheres, let me do something real quick. I messed up already. And before we get into the generation of spheres, sorry if my mic sounded bad there, I forgot to turn off something, but now it should sound better, but hopefully it does. But before we actually get into the generation of spheres, I would like to go over a few things that are important to sort of how this is supposed to go. So for this is how we generate the blocks as well as the rotation for the armor stands to move their heads up and down. If we click F3 and B at the same time, you'll be able to see hitboxes as well as the line of sight for entities, which is what this armor stand counts as. And there's a slight problem. If you see, this little line of sight is halfway into this pixel here, which is slightly above halfway through the block. Halfway through the block is this sort of line right here. So it being halfway up is going to cause more problems because it'll be a slightly squished sphere. This is still not going to be a perfect sphere, but it won't be squished. It will just have some blocks that shouldn't be there, or some blocks that are missing. But it's not too hard to fix. So if we just name this guy whatever we want, this command block, or these two command blocks here, tend to fix that, or they are supposed to fix it. What this one does is, once you put a redstone block here, or a redstone torch, it will run a command as the armor stand to teleport it down half a pixel. If you wonder how I got this number, you just take 1, because 1 pixel, divided by 16. Or you take 1 because it's 1 block, divided by 16. That's how you get the size of a pixel, which is 0.0625. Divide that in half, then you get the size of half a pixel. I almost said pickle. Half a pickle. But yeah, you take 1 divided by 16, then divide that number by 2, you get half a pixel, there you go. Or you could just take 1 to divide it by 32, and that's how you get that number. But 0.03125 is the number that we're going to be needing. And what that will do is it will just put this line of sight directly into the middle of the block. Actually, not directly, but slightly lower, but it's better than what it's at right now. And to make sure that the line of sight does stay at that half a block, because if we teleport it down, it will just sort of fall through the blocks of snow. We have this command block here, which constantly just keeps it rotating. And the reason why this helps is because it's constantly keeping the armor stand in place and teleporting it in circles, just keeps spinning it around. So it doesn't have the chance to fall down because it just keeps constantly get teleported in place. I will show you what I mean. If I turn this on and leave it, oh, where did that go? Alright, give me a second, let me just... Oh, okay, it fixed itself? I don't know what happened, but there we go. You can see now the armor stand is spinning, it lowered itself slightly, and once this line of sight sort of wraps around, you'll see that it cuts almost perfectly through the middle of the block. You can tell it's sort of slightly lower than halfway through the block, but that's way better than what was that before. But now, if we stop this, you'll see that it falls down because it's in the block of snow now. So that's not what we want. So, you want to keep these two command blocks constantly running, which this one, I'll put all the commands in the description. Also, just in case there was a lot of people on the other video asking for the commands in like later versions. For, I believe it's 1.14 and above, I will check myself on this right now. But, and I'll tell you guys in editing, I guess, whatever, if it's true or not. But I believe in 1.14 and above, it's always this exact command. It is basically the exact same as the other one, except this second command right here just doesn't have a slash in it. If you put a slash, it doesn't work. So I believe it's that for 1.14 and above. But if I'm not right, then I will let you guys know right now. This command is basically the same thing, except it just teleports it down that much. Teleports it down half a pixel once, and that's it. So this one, keep it as impulse, but make this bottom one repeat. So that's how we get the armor stand to go down half a block, so I'm going to get rid of this. And how we actually get it to there first is this is 7 snow block layers. I don't know how to get these in survival. I think you could probably use Silk Touch, but if we place down 7 of them, you'll see it's the exact same height. So 7 snow block layers gets you relatively close to halfway through a block. That's how you get it to where it was at before. You don't need to do that, you could just measure down the exact number you need for that and just have it teleport down from a single block. But it's not needed. I don't want to do that because armor stands have a very weird sort of height. They start like, I think 3/4 of the way up a block, and it's annoying, so I just try and get it as close to half a block as possible, which in my case is 7 snow layer blocks. But now we have to move on to these. This basically is just a sort of repeating thing. You place a redstone block here, it goes through, these 2 command blocks break that redstone block, but then put another one there, then these go through, and it breaks that one. It breaks the redstone block there, places one there, and then it just repeats itself over and over again. The way you turn it off is just by deleting one of these little repeaters, but the commands are pretty much the same. These coordinates will be different for you, but this is just where I'm at. All you need to do is set the block all the way back here, this stone block right here. You have to set this, use the coordinates from here, put it into that command block, set this one as redstone, and that's all good. Then you need to change the block at the beginning of this line, the redstone block that would be right here. You'll need to change that to air, because then that's how it will work. You'll replace you'll place a block there and break the redstone block there. Then the command, the line of stuff will run out of redstone. This one will start running, then vice versa. And this one just does the same thing, but for this line. Now, these are relatively the same. These 2 command blocks are the exact same. This just places the block at the armor stand 5 blocks away from it. It just places a stone block. So those 2 are the same commands, but these 2 are very slightly different. This one has its rotating its head 3 blocks, or not 3 blocks, it just is rotating it 3. Which in Minecraft, for some reason, if the rotation for the head is positive, it will force it to go down. So if I place a armor stand here, you'll see that its line of sight is relatively flat. So if we name it and then only run this command block, actually, yeah, you'll see for some reason it causes the line of sight to go down. I don't know why. I don't know why positives make it go down and negatives make it go up, but I'm not gonna complain about it. It's just what it is. But yeah, this makes it so the armor stand looks down, this makes it so the armor stand looks up, and this rotation also plays into that, because you could just have the rotation here, but then you would have to put one of those command blocks like off of this line and then have another command block make it so the line doesn't actually hit it anymore, and it's just a lot more work than needs to be. So you just have this little bit separate from all this. Also means that you don't have it constantly placing blocks as it just rotates in place, which I think is pretty nice. But finally, if we go up here, place down the blocks that we need, place down the 7 layers of snow, place the armor stand, actually put one more up so it falls. There we go. Name it the thing, and then run this command, and then there we go. It's set up. So now we can get into this line, or these 2 lines of commands. So if we place a redstone block here, you will see that it will start to place blocks and move its line of sight up and down and create eventually a sphere. This does take a while, but you could just set this up, leave it to go do something else if you feel like it. The reason why it has 5 before the actual command blocks is because that's how long it takes for the line of sight to go from top to bottom, is 5 repeaters set at the longest length that they could be. And it's not perfect. They do sort of miss a block in the middle, but it's the one you could just place down yourself. It's super easy. But as you can tell, it is generating a pretty decent sphere. There are still a few holes missing, but it will go around and fill those in. And once it is done, I will go through and explain some of the little patches of stuff that you have to fix. So there we go. You'll see it's not perfect. It's a sphere, but it's definitely not a perfect sphere. You will have to place down a few blocks, like you have to place this one here, that one there. Actually no, don't break any of those. Put a few more down there, break that one, break these 3, in all the corners of this little layer up here, and then break these corners and place that one there. And then break that, place these, and then there you go. And I'll also have to fix this one down here. And there you go. Now it is a perfect sphere. But if you just go in here, it did do a decent job. It made a semi-perfect sphere. Not incredibly perfect, but it's a good enough sphere that you can easily work around it and change it back up into a perfect sphere if you have enough patience. If you guys want, I could work on trying to get this to make absolute perfect spheres, but that's going to be a while because I have to figure out what's causing this to not be perfect, and it has to be refined pretty far, because this is, I just set this up in like 30 minutes. I was trying to run through the commands to see if they would work together, which they do. It just combines basically making vertical spheres and horizontal spheres, or not vertical spheres, vertical circles and horizontal circles, and then makes a sphere that's somewhat perfect. hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below and comment if you actually do want to see me try and make a perfect sphere generator. It will be kind of hard and it'll take me a while, so don't expect to see that video too relatively soon. But if you guys do want to see it, comment down below. And if you guys do enjoy the type of content that I make, then also be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified of whenever I upload. I've been trying to upload more frequently. I've been uploading for 3 days straight now, which I guess is not that good considering most people can do this for years and years on end without missing a day, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously, stay safe, wash your hands, wear your masks, all that stuff. Anyways, yeah, I will talk to you all later.